Hello and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. So today I would want us to have a look at a very important component or title that is called system analysis. And one of the things that I would want us to see is what is the system analysis, what is its purpose, and then what activities are normally undertaken whenever you are undertaking a system analysis, and then how do you actually gather and document the requirements that are supposed to exist within a given information system. So at the end of it all, my anticipation is that you're going to understand the concept behind a system analysis, and you're going to see that it's an organized or a structured process. And that particular structured process involves a number of things. One, it involves investigation, it involves understanding, it involves improvement. So once these two are undertaken, they are the ones that gives birth to the improvements that are actually supposed to be undertaken. Now, I want us to imagine this particular scenario, that you have been given a responsibility of coming up with a payroll system that should ensure that over 85,000 health workers who are distributed in 300 hospitals are actually being paid on time every 2 weeks. And therefore, you go ahead, you implement the system, and the system goes live. And what do you experience at the end of the 2 weeks? That you have thousands of employees that are not actually being paid. That's not all. The same thing, you realize that your system has actually become so slow. The system is so confusing. The system is not able to handle the different rules that are responsible for determining the pay scales for the different employees. Worst in this particular case is that you don't know who is actually in charge of what. Now, these are true scenarios that occurred with respect to what we're referring to as the Queensland Health Payroll System. But the question is, did we have to get to this particular point? Could we have done it a bit differently? And therefore, what we are going to be looking at is what we refer to as system analysis, which each and every student or each and every person who aims at being involved in an information system ought to know. Now, system analysis is a process. That's the first thing that you need to take note of investigating a system. And why are you investigating? You're investigating so that you can be able to identify the problems, and from those particular problems, you can be able to recommend improvements. So whenever we are doing a system analysis, it's an investigation kind of that you are undertaking. And from that particular investigation, you are able to look at what challenges are there. And then that challenge is the one that should actually recommend, one, do we need to improve the existing system? Do we need to actually do away with that particular system? Do we need to actually come up with a totally new system? And therefore, under the system analysis, you're supposed to understand how is the system working at the present? What do the users need? And why things are actually not working as expected?